to Brains and the Beat. If you're new here, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're oldie but goodie, thank you for staying tuned to your girl. So we're going to be talking about Dalton, and this story comes from the Mirror in the UK. And it says X Factor's Dalton Harris kicked out of the UK just days after winning the competition. Dalton Harris will soon be forced to leave the country just days after his X Factor win. The singer is set to fly back to his hometown of Jamaica because his visa only allowed him to stay for the duration of the ITV competition. The complication has sparked fears 24-year-old Dalton won't be able to perform on the upcoming tour or start recording his first album. However, show bosses are working to come up with a new visa that will let him stay. Dalton said, "I need to get a new visa. I will have to leave the UK for a bit as you're not allowed to just stay forever. Hopefully my visa will be sorted out quickly," he told The Sun. "I had a visa that allowed me to compete in the show, so I'd be surprised if the government didn't give me one now that I've won." The singer flew over from the Caribbean to audition for judges at the start of the summer. He previously opened up about his tough childhood, saying he was raised in poverty, one of at least 22 siblings. Dalton, who now has no relationship with his mom or dad, scraped a living by painting houses and recycling school jotters by carving them into love hearts to sell as diaries. His gift for singing and first spotted at Sunday school when he was 7 and paved his escape. Weekend, 7.5 million viewers watched Dalton be crowned the winner of the 2018 series of the X Factor. In the final, he performed a rousing rendition of The Power of Love alongside past winner James Arthur. After triumphing over competitors Anthony Russell and Scarlett Lee, Dalton has now bagged himself a recording contract with Psycho Records, Simon Cowell's label owned by Sony. The Jamaican-born was the odd-on favorite to win the show, and his debut single is now 3 for 1 to be the Christmas #1 with bookmakers Coral. And somebody actually contacted me yesterday from the UK saying that we need to tell people to still go on iTunes and download his rendition of the song that he sung to win the competition, because if that song actually goes to #1, it will be a very big deal for him, and it will also impress his record label that he's about to be signed to. My husband also forwarded a article about the views or the ratings for X Factor this year versus other years, and it says the ratings for this year X Factor's final went up compared with last year overnight rating show. An average of 5.3 million people tuned in to watch Dalton Harris beat Anthony Russell and Scarlett Lee on ITV on Sunday. It was a far cry from the 17 million who watched Matt Carl win in 2010 when the show was at its peak, but it was an improvement on last year's overnight figure of 5 million when Rashu triumphant. The viewing figures do not include those who watch on One Plus. Honestly, it's only a minor increase, but I think the X Factor did rectify a couple of format holes this year, said Sean Hickster, the digital entertainment editor at the Daily Express Online. For example, with the elimination process, the sing-off last year was between the top 2 rather than the bottom 2, so they brought the old style back and getting rid of the former judges Louis Walsh and Sharon Osbourne, much as they felt like part of the furniture and did not make it exciting. One Direction's Louise Tomlinson, Robbie Williams, and wife Anita Field joined Simon Cowell on panel this year. Despite the lower ratings in recent years, The X Factor, along with Britain's Got Talent, is set to stay on air until 2022, according to Cowell. We've just been offered an extension on both shows because of the 16 to 34-year-old audience. We're losing people now, but fortunately the young audience has actually grown this year, and all the advertisers and the sponsor wanted that income on Saturday. As much as the viewing figures are down for X Factor in this day and age, it's still quite hard to get 5 million on Saturday night. Maybe ITV are thinking, well, it don't have X Factor, what else are we going to have? So they're basically saying that Dalton Harris' show, his final was peaked at 5.3 million, while comparing it to other years, it has definitely increased. So comment what your thoughts are in the comment section, and tell me what you guys think about Dalton going back to Jamaica so that he can get a visa. Do you think it's safe for him? Do you think it's safe for him? Do you think he should go? What do you think is going to happen to him if he actually go? Do you think he's going to be protected? Comment what your thoughts are also on how Dalton's performance or his final was very high compared. His final show, the amount of viewers were very high compared to past or previous competitions. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Deuces.
All them a preach and preach, step over they go beat and teach. Them a jive by and all know them can't reach. Go on back up for your grandmother preach. Them a pussy on the street and me see it. Go over they go beat and teach. Beat and teach. So beat and teach. So beat and teach.